SHOT Show 2023. I'm now here at the HRT Tactical Booth. I have Chris here with me. He's going to show me what he has to offer.
All right, so for this year, 2023, we're going to be pushing more towards our lights, our belts, and the LBAC. But to start off with, let's show the lights. So our AWLS, the Advanced Weapon Light System, it's using an ODA activator on the rear, so that gives you 360 degrees of activation. You can adjust your ODA to the best of your ability to set your resistance. They have light, medium, and heavy. Our head is going to be able to have the capacity to put out 90,000 candela and 1,700 lumens. Two sizes, 18,350 and 18,650. So those two sizes are going to be the standards for what our new light bodies are going to be using. We also have a Picatinny. This is in a prototype stage right now. We're looking to hopefully have this out on the market by summer. However, this is conditional. We still have to make sure that we get all the production stuff in place, and we have to go through the testing and evaluation to make sure this is going to be the system that we want to use. In addition, we're going to be pushing the LBAC for 2023 as well, and to add on to that, we're going to be producing a rigid insert. The rigid insert is going to be mostly for 5.56, so it's going to be for your standard AR platform magazines. So we decided at the end of 2022, we weren't as much of a fan of the inner belt that we came to market with, so we decided to change it up a bit. We're still going to keep the contour cut, but we're going to go with a Tegris lined insert for the belt with the Velcro outer lay. And this is going to, one, cut down on the weight, and two, it's also going to cut down on that bulge that comes out of the front, giving it a much flatter appearance. And it's also going to be much more comfortable, we think, in the long run. It's not so much for concealed carry, but that was one of the feedback that we did get. So we were like, all right, how can we make that better?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So with the belt system, and as much of your channel had a chance to see, there is not really any changes to the belt. However, we just wanted to say that there was a lot of miscommunication from the time, and that could be from us or it could just be from the internet, because the internet is king of all, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of questions on the back side of the belt about how this is used. So we are looking at not necessarily sleeves, but extra pouches that are going to be released hopefully in latter 2023. And that's going to give you a little bit more Velcro option to go on the back. But the belt is contour cut, so you shouldn't have any issues with the belt rising or dropping. But we do understand that, you know, we want that customer feedback, so we're going to start looking at that as soon as we get done with shots.
Right, and I wore that belt quite a bit, and I'll say firsthand knowledge is that that belt, as much as I may have thought that it was going to ride up because it didn't have anything in the back end, it never actually did. Whether it was sitting down, getting up, getting out of a vehicle or anything like that, it really stayed put and stayed where you wanted it to be.
Right, and the way that the Tegris core was done, it's so that you can weave moly into it.
Right.
And that way, if you want to run an IFAC, you can. However, if you try to run something like the Blade Tech clips on it without putting something to the left or the right, they would slide. This is pretty thin, and to cut down on that weight, that's pretty much the only way to do that. So the final product that we want to show for 2023 moving forward is the LBAC. We're going to put a lot more emphasis on this specific plate carrier. It's going to have a QD detach on the shoulder systems as well as through the cummerbund. Our cummerbund is going to be a Tegris core with a sleeve. The sleeves, we're going to have the ability to put plates in those. And in the front of the system, those Tegris cummerbunds, they will overlap, so it creates something the way that the belt has. It has that capture system. So when you get to the sides, if you have any extra weight on the sides, you're not going to have that sag that your traditional cummerbunds on most plate carriers will give you. On the back side, there are panel systems. We can probably show it a little bit better over here. So we're going to stick with our panel system for the LBAC. It is going to be a dual zipper system. It's going to have redundancies in the connection system. There's a moly strip on the inside as well as two Velcro that will attach for whether it's a half panel or a full panel. And a lot of people ask, why do you use a half panel option? It's mainly because we had the demand for it. We've dealt with a lot of law enforcement agencies, and they're like, why carry around a full panel when I don't need it?
Right.
And just to kind of show the people that are subscribing or watching you guys' videos, our best-selling placard system so far has been our Maximus. So the Maximus system is a multi-caliber system that allows for heavy, it allows for subgun, it allows for 5.56, but we are going to be introducing a rigid insert that would go into either the Maximus or the Modulus system. So that's going to be our push for 2023, and we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. I have one quick question for you.
Ask away, sir.
Probably one of the biggest things that I've run into or that I've seen in my line of work is that the people who design this stuff don't come from a background that deserve to design this stuff. So what would you guys say that most of the background is for everybody at HRT?
So we have a mix of prior military as well as law enforcement. And what we did is we decided, hey, how can we design gear that works best for us, but looking forward to reaching out to people in the law enforcement community, reaching out to people who have maybe still in the military or just gotten out of the military. And we took feedback from them. It's like, hey, what can we do that will hopefully build a better product that's going to answer future threats, but current threats that you guys are facing?
Right.
And how do we support that with being able to carry the equipment that you need? So that's where we came up with a lot of the designs. Some of it's in-house, and then we send it out for people to kind of take a look at and see how it works.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys for stopping by today.
Absolutely.
And the best to the subscribers out there, thank you guys for supporting them.
Absolutely. Thank you.